Hello and welcome to the Clinical Liver Disease video series. CLD is an official digital learning publication of the AASLD. I'm Neil Shaw, a transplant hepatologist at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and associate editor with CLD. I'm here today with Dr. Cha-Min Toon, who's a chief resident at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and one of our 2022 Emerging Liver Scholars. He's the author of Non-Invasive Test in the Evaluation of Non-Alcoholic Fatty Liver Disease, a review, which is to be published soon in CLD. Dr. Toon, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Shah.
So to start us off, can you just give us a brief overview of your paper and what it contains?
Absolutely. So our paper is a review article where we discuss a variety of non-invasive tests for diagnosis and monitoring of NAFLD, that was previously known as NAFLD, now currently MASLD, and MASH, the state of hepatitis aspect of it. So the gold standard for NASH diagnosis of NASH currently is liver biopsy. But however, it is a very invasive test. It is not available in every settings. So non-invasive tests in the future maybe play a more important role in diagnosing and monitoring NAFLD and NASH patients. And this is where we review the pros and cons of each test.
And you're right, you alluded to this, non-invasive methods are going to be important since all of our patients can't get a liver biopsy. It's very invasive. Mm-hmm. But as you outline in your paper, there's so many ways to estimate fibrosis. So which of these do you prefer to use in your clinical practice and why?
So based on the validation scores, the accuracy and the availability, I like to combine a serum-based test and an imaging biomarker. For serum-based tests, I like to use a FIT4 index. And for the imaging biomarker, a FibroScan that is more routinely available compared to other tests like a PCT or MRE, maybe more practically feasible in my opinion. So those two are what I would use in practice.
And that sounds like a really good diagnostic approach, I think, for MASLD in our patients, and something that we probably most of us use. And so finally, I want to touch on the algorithm that you actually put in your paper that recommends some of these more advanced technologies for fibrosis estimation in MASLD. Many providers don't have access to things like MR elastography or even things like FibroScan or transient elastography, especially in our primary care providers. How would you guide these providers in trying to estimate fibrosis for our patients?
Absolutely. So in our paper, we discussed a number of tests. Some use more technology advanced biomarkers. Some of the tests use more routinely available biomarkers. So I like to highlight two of those tests, which is the NAFLD fibrosis score, which is NFS, and the FIT4 index, which I discussed earlier. So NFS includes age, BMI, diabetes status, AST, ALT, platelet counts, and albumin, all of which are what can be done, all of which can be attained from routine laboratory tests. And similar for FIT4 index, which includes like the liver enzymes, age, and platelets. So those can be attained more readily as well compared to the more technology advanced tests. So I believe that those two can be utilized.
Dr. Toon, thank you. That's really great and really a good overview of kind of the non-invasive testing that we have for MASLD. And so we really appreciate you joining us today. For everyone else watching, please visit www.cldlearning.com to read the full paper, get even more information about these new non-invasive techniques. And thank you for watching.